Well, guess what? I was hoping to have a cooler video to share with you, but unfortunately it's not. Now, if you can read that title, and if you've seen various news articles for the last couple days, then you probably already know that World Travel's Liberty City mod for GTA 5 has been officially cancelled. According to the team behind it, Rockstar had spoken with them about it, and as a result, the Liberty City Preservation Project will be removed and there will be no legitimate links available for it. They also clarified that this was a friendly takedown. It was a mutual agreement that they both came to, there's no bad blood between them, and it was not a DMCA. And that's that. It's a shame, really, but I guess we should have come to expect this, because they have had other map mods removed in the past. And to be honest with you, I was really hoping it wouldn't come down to this. It just seemed like such a really cool project, and I was really hoping that we wouldn't see a repeat of what we've seen before. But hey, fool me once. Remember GTA Underground? That was a mod that tied together all of the locations from the PS2 era games, plus a few new locations. That was taken down not long before the Definitive Edition was released. I think a lot of people at the time thought it was crazy that this mod could even be seen as a threat to the remasters, especially when you consider that it was removed alongside other mods that were actually meant to upgrade the visuals a little bit. Unless it had more to do with assets of Rockstar's from other games of theirs being downloaded for free and used on San Andreas. But then how many other games have modding communities that do this sort of thing and there's really no issues? Sometimes the studios can even hire the modders, or at the very least make their projects part of an official release. I think part of why this is all just such a huge disappointment for a lot of people is because, let's face it, we're fans of Rockstar. And we probably all wish that they were more open to modding as a whole, but it feels like after Hot Coffee, they just took a much more hardline stance against modding. And you know what? Now it's understandable why World Travel kept quiet about this project from 2018 until now, when it was basically ready to be shown off. But then once it's shown off, you start getting more videos made about it, you start to see articles about it online, and then obviously Rockstar found out about it and there was clearly something about it that was not okay. It probably did have something to do with the use of old assets that Rockstar created a long time ago being used in a new unofficial project. But even then, were they going to be doing anything with those old assets? Now, this might be too much of a blend of wishful thinking, optimism, and copium on my part, but the only other thing I can think of as to why this was done is maybe they're still planning on doing something with the Liberty City map. The GTA 5 source code leaks confirmed that there was an expansion planned many years ago to bring Liberty City into GTA Online. Could they have resurrected this idea for a finale of the current version of Online? Somebody suggested that, but I don't think that's the case because that would be a ginormous update, and it feels like it would almost be too much of a big deal for a game that's likely to be retired in the very near future. So what else could there be? Maybe a remaster of GTA 4? Is that happening after all? A few years ago, we learned that remasters of that and Red Dead Redemption were planned but cancelled after the poor reception of the Definitive Edition. But then Red Dead eventually did see a re-release on PlayStation and a PC version for the first time, and a Nintendo Switch version. Maybe they've got plans to do the same with GTA 4 before GTA 6 comes out. Even if that's the case though, the mod wasn't going to be a direct port of GTA 4 into GTA 5. They were going to add content and missions to the map, but it's still all fan-made, and as far as I know, they had no plans to import missions directly from one game into another. And when I spoke to the World Travel team, it seemed like the most they were planning on doing was just their own edition of something like 3-Leaf Clover. It would have been another bank heist, but it wasn't going to be a direct copy of it using the same objectives, voice lines, etc. I mean, it just feels like it shouldn't have had an effect, but then I'm not Rockstar, so I have no clue as to what their justification was for this. And that's provided that they even have plans to do a GTA 4 re-release. The last thing I can think of is that maybe part of their long-term plans for the online mode in GTA 6 is going to include map expansions. And what better way to kick that off than to start with the existing HD-era maps? Los Santos and Liberty City would both need updating, but the existing versions of these maps are already the perfect base for being added. But again, that's all just random thoughts, wishful thinking, copium. The only thing I can think of that makes sense as to why they'd requested to be taken down, unless it had something to do with the use of old assets, but even then, is there going to be anything done with them on their end? We don't know. Well, it's been disappointing, but I'll see you again for a much cooler video next time.